I think my mic was off. Can you confirm if you can hear me, please? Hello? Okay. Sorry, I was talking alone for 3 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I was saying that it's time to start. Well, first thing, I'd like to thank you all for being here today with us. It's a pleasure, as always, to talk about MovingCube and let you learn more about MovingCube. Okay, so yeah, let's make some introductions, okay, for all of you who don't know us. So here with me we have Daniel Reed. He's based in Spain. He's responsible for our support department. So maybe some of you already know him, okay? He's a great guy. So whenever you have questions about MovingCube, you can contact our support department, okay? And then me, I'm Ignacio Roda. I'm based in San Francisco in USA, one of the co-founders of MovingCube, and normally I'm the one offering this type of webinars, okay? And Daniel will be here reading the chat, okay? So while I explain how to use MovingCube or how to create this app, he will be helping me with the chat. So whenever you have some questions, you can use the chat and he will be answering questions, okay? So today, as you know, we are changing our style of webinars because in the past we used to have webinars for teaching functionalities of MovingCube, but now we are doing webinars just to show how to create real apps, okay, with different formats or styles. So today we picked the tutorial format. Okay, so we are going to create one app that is going to be a tutorial. Okay, in this example, we will create a tutorial for teaching people how to cook one of the main dishes of the Spanish cooking, which is tortilla de patatas. Okay, this is like the king of Spanish tapas. Okay, so well, the content is not important. The important thing is the format of the app that we are going to create. Okay. So, well, basically it's going to be one app that will include a sequence of screens, like step 1 and step 2, step 3, okay? And at the end will be like a congratulations screen, okay? You finished the tutorial, okay? So basically we're going to do that, a sequence of screens, okay? So I have some example here. Basically this is something like what we are going to do. Okay, so basically one intro screen, okay, then several screens, a sequence of screens, and then the final screen. Okay, so there are different ways in MovingCube to accomplish that type of app. Okay, so well, maybe the easiest way is to use detail screens. Okay. Well, I'm talking about some technical things about MovingCube, but because I assume that you all know the basics of MovingCube. So today, my intention is not explaining how to do the basics. My intention is to create a real app and publish it. Okay, I will publish it after the webinar, but I assume that you already know the basics. Okay, so I won't spend too much time explaining the basics. Okay, if you have something that you want to ask because you didn't understand what I did, then use the chat and Danny will stop me, okay, and maybe I can explain. Okay, so, but the idea is to just move forward and create this app. Okay, so I guess you know what a detail screen is, and maybe you know what a database screen is. Okay, so I was saying that the first way to do it is using detail screens. It might be simple to use, but then we have another way to do it, which is using databases. Okay, the second solution is the one that I'm going to use. It might be more complicated, I mean, using databases for new users, but it will save us time, you'll see. Okay, and I will explain why. So I'm gonna access my account. And I will create a real app. I guess you already, all of you have a MovingCube account, right? So
Iñaki, I think you
I
are not
think I
sharing
started it.
your screen at the moment.
I have this one. You can click on create a new app, enter the name, and that's all. Really sorry, I don't know what happened. When I change to a screen, then my mic goes off. So can you hear me now and see my screen and everything perfect, right? Okay. So, well, this is a mock-up of the app. Okay, the intro, then a sequence of screens, and the final screen. Okay, so I will try to accomplish this using databases. Okay, it might be more complicated, but you know, when you create this type of apps, if you are doing this app for making money, okay, you probably want to create the app in several languages. Okay, it's good to create a multi-language app. Okay, because, well, if your intention is only to display some tutorials for your employees or something like that, maybe you are not thinking about making money. Okay, but if you want to make money and make more downloads, you should have the app in several languages. Okay, so if you are going to have several languages, it will be easier and time saving if you use databases, okay, instead of detail screens. Okay, basically because if you have like 10 steps in your tutorial, and if you use detail screens, you can create one detail screen per step. Okay. The thing is that then if you want to change and add a second language, then you will have to copy every single screen. Okay, so you will have to make 20 copies. Okay, so I guess that's a bit time consuming. Okay, so if you create databases, you can create just one screen per language. Okay, and then include one view in that language. So if you want to create another language, you just copy that screen once, and then you add a filter in the database. Okay, so that instead of showing English, you can show Spanish, Chinese, or any other language. Okay, so I'm going to start with databases. Okay, but first I want to create this intro screen. Okay, and I'll explain why. If you are making this for making money, you are interested in showing interstitials or ad banners. Okay, so normally when your app is started, it needs some time to get information from advertisement networks. Okay, so if you create an intro screen with a start button, then you are giving your app some time to download advertisements. Okay, so that's why I always recommend to create this type of screens. Okay, just a simple intro screen. It will be a detail screen, for example. And then, well, first let me add all the resources. Okay. Oh, I have this one. I'm going to add some images that I will use in my app. Then I will have these 3 pictures. Okay. Okay. So for my intro screen, I'm going to use a background image. This one. Okay. Then I will have some separator, but for separators, I don't like to use separators itself. I prefer to use a transparent image. so that I can really have a good control of the height of the size of the separator. Okay, I really recommend this. Now I will have some table. Let me add 5%. This is some kind of margin. Then 5% and 90%. And I will use some kind of green background. Okay. Now I will add a title of the app. Tutorial: how to cook tortilla. Tortilla, I would say. Well, tortilla means omelette in Spanish. Okay. I know in Mexico they call tortillas a different thing. In Spain, a tortilla is a omelette. And select white. Okay, so I have my bar, something like this in this example. Okay. Then I will have some start button. Wait, sorry. Another image to leave some space. Then I will have a start button in the middle, green background. Maybe I could use a red color so that people know that it's a button. Okay. Then white color for the font and some space here and some space here. Okay. So, well, this is my main screen. Let me add some bar. Okay, I will add this bar, this header bar, so people get the name of the app every time, and also a share button. Okay. And I will use it on every screen. I will call it header. Well, in this case, I'm using my own content. Okay, this example is, I saw this question about copyright. In this case, I'm going to use my own cooking. Okay, I spent some time yesterday recording some videos. Okay, so this is a real app. Okay. But if you don't have your own content, there's a lot of free content out on the internet that you might be able to use. Just check the copyright and license. Okay. Let's use this green color again. Then text. This means tortilla. I will use tiny and white. And let me align it vertically in the middle. Also this one here, and here I'm going to add the share icon, a small one in the middle. And for this button, I will use the share action, and I'm going to add some text like, hey, you should download this app with the authentic recipe. No, I'm not sure how to spell it, sorry. Of the Spanish tortilla. And then you can add the URL of your app, and you can get it on Google Play. All the apps on Google Play have this URL in common, this piece of the URL in common. So you just copy this one, and then you only need to use curly brackets and use the word bundle ID. Okay, so the app will exchange this text for the real Android package name of your app. Okay, so this will create the real URL of your app on Google Play. Okay, so that's all for our bar. Okay, it was simple and fast. Okay, now we are going to create the tutorial screen. Okay, we will use a database screen. So let's add a new screen. we will call it tutorial in English. Okay, so now we can link this button to that new screen. Okay, the tutorial in N. Okay, this is for English. Okay, now I'm going to use only one language. Okay, but maybe if we have time, we will explain how to create a multi-language app. Okay. So let's edit the tutorial, and it will be a data view screen. And we are going to try, there are different ways how you can create a database screen for creating a tutorial. You can create like one screen with one view for every single step. Okay, but in this case, we are going to try to use only one view. Okay, so we will create a new database. It will be called tutorial, for example. And then we will have one field for the language. It's going to be lang. Then one field for the step number, maybe. It will be a number. Then we will have a new field. We are going to combine pictures and videos, okay? And maybe some screens or some views will have a image on the top and maybe another image on the bottom. Okay, so let's add a top image. It will be image type. Then another one will be bottom image type image. Then another field will be video. Okay, this is well, of course, the description or even a title. For some videos, we will have some title, okay, and then description. Okay, and now I want to. This is for the content of the tutorial, okay. But since I want to use only one view, I want to use bars for changing from one step to another. Okay, so I need to do some tricks, okay, in order to create only one bar that generates all the different buttons and actions. Okay, so I will add one image button on some bars. It will be back button. Then I will have a previous button for some views, also an image. Then I will have two more. End button, the image, and then I will have a next button. Will be image as well. Okay, I think that's enough. Maybe I have to add more fields, but I think this is enough. Okay. Well, no, I forgot one. I also need the name or the bar title, bar or bar text. Okay, this will be a text. Okay. So now let's add the content. Well, I already have the content here. Okay, I have all the steps written from yesterday. Okay, so just not to waste time today. Okay, so I will use this content. Okay, so for English, I will add MEN, then step 1 or step 0, which is the title is ingredients. And in this view, for the first view, I will use a top image. It will be this, and also a bottom image. It will be this one. Okay, this first item won't have any video, and it will have a description. Okay, so ingredients for the tortilla is 4 big potatoes, 1 sweet onion, and olive oil. You should use Spanish olive oil. I think it's the best, at least for tortilla. And then 4 teaspoons of salt, and of course 8 or 9 large eggs. Okay, that should be all. I think I'm not missing. Well, I don't really care if I miss something. Okay, I will review all the content before publishing. Okay, so this is the description for step 1. Then in this case, I don't need a back button. Okay, I don't neither need a previous button. I only need a next button. Okay, so for the next button, I will use this. Which one is for this one? Okay, I will use this one. And the bar text will be ingredients. Okay. Okay, let's go for the second one. It will be English again. Now step 1. No image at the top, no image at the bottom, just a video. I need to upload videos. This is a text field. I forgot. I have to change the type to video. Okay, and now I have to upload my videos. I forgot to do that. Okay, it's going to be a bit heavy. It's 7 videos. I think it's like 50 megabytes. I will try to reduce it later, but for now it's okay. Okay. It might take 1 minute, something like that, to upload all the videos. You know, it's too heavy. Okay, in the meantime, let me check if there are some questions or something you want me to repeat. Okay, well, in the meantime, I can explain about monetizing this app. Okay, the thing is that, well, this type of app is normally made for people who want to make money. Okay, I think I told you before that you can create tutorials for your employees or for people to use your products. Okay, that's also useful. Okay, but we have a lot of users using this type of tutorial apps for making money, and you can really make money. I mean, it depends on the content. Okay, but there are some things that might be good for making tutorials, but you can basically create tutorials for anything you want to share with people. Okay, maybe cooking recipes, or maybe how to install certain type of software, or how to prepare for your next marathon, things like that. You know, you can create tutorials for everything. Okay, since it's going to be really easy, you can create one tutorial maybe in 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Okay, maybe you need more time to create all the content. I think I spent yesterday like 5 hours preparing all the content, like cooking the tortilla, taking videos, then editing videos. Okay, so maybe 5 hours. Okay, so the thing is that if you make this for making money, then you need to know where is the best location for launching advertisement. Okay, because if this is going to be a sequential tutorial with, in this case, 7 steps, okay, you know that we always force one full screen interstitial at the beginning. Okay, but normally people will close that app. Okay, if they open this app, it's because they want to learn how to cook tortilla. Okay, so if they see an advertisement at the beginning, they will close it because they just want to get the receipt for tortilla. Okay, but what if you launch a full screen advertisement at the end of the tutorial? Okay, people already learned how to cook tortilla, right? So now they have more time to focus on advertisement. Okay, so we will see how to launch a full screen interstitial at the end. Okay, and if you have like 20 different steps, maybe you can launch a full screen interstitial in the middle, you know, in step 10 maybe. Okay, so this is useful in case you want to improve your earnings with your app. Okay. Well, I have all the videos now, so I'm going to select step 1. For this one, oh, sorry, not in this one, but in the second one here. Step 1. Okay, then I don't need a title for step 1, and the description, I have it here. It's like was potatoes. Okay, I have this, and for the back button, I won't have a back button. I will use the back button image for going to a previous screen, and the previous button for going to the previous item in the database. Okay, so if I don't put any image, then nothing will be displayed, and the action for that button won't have any effect. Okay, so you'll see later when we create the bars. Okay, so let me use a previous button, even if the image is the same. Okay. And then I will have a next button for going to the next step, and the bar text will be step 1 of 7. Okay, I'm going to have 7 steps. Okay, so step number 2, again, no images, and the video will be video step 2, no title, and then description will be this one. Okay, let me have some space. Okay, and again, previous button and next button. Okay, and then step 2 out of 7. And let me try to do this quick. Step 3, video. Okay, then step 3. Okay, and again, previous button. It's only 7 steps. Okay, please be patient. 7. We had the same webinar 2 hours ago in Spanish, and I had to improvise a lot, and the structure of that one was not really good. This one is going to be awesome. You'll see. Because it's going to be much simple, maybe more complicated, but if you get these things about the images and combining invisible images and non-invisible, then you'll see that it's going to be just one screen and one view. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Step 5. Then this text. We have some space. Okay. And previews. Next. Then step 5 of 7. 2 more and we're done. Sorry, I know this is taking too long. Might be the most boring part of the webinar, but since this is going to be a real app, I wanted to do it, right? moment. Mixture. Well, I have to add some text later after the webinar because this step is not finished, but I won't do it now. Back and then the forward button and step 6 of 7, and the last one is going to be step 7, video step 7, and this text. Okay, and well, okay, so this one is going to be different. I will have the back button, okay, but instead of a next button, I will have the end button, okay? I mean, the picture is going to be the same, okay, but see that normally we use this column for the back arrow and this one for the next arrow, okay? But for the last item, for the last step of my database, I want to change to a different screen. Okay, all other items will have a next item action. Okay, but the last one is going to move to a different screen. Okay, that's why I'm using this end button. Okay, and then it will be step 7 of 7. Okay, even in the first one, maybe in the ingredients, maybe we can use the back button as well. Okay, and in this case we will go to the intro screen. Okay, so that's my structure of my database. So now we are going to, well, let's add some filter. You don't need it if it's only like one language, but since we will make it multi-language, I'm going to add this filter lang equal en for English, and then I will order my database by step in ascending order. Okay, let's preview. So we have step 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have, this is the database. Okay, so now we are going to create one detail view. Okay, it's going to be real simple. Well, first, let me add the header bar to this database screen. Okay. And now we are going to add first, we'll add the top image from the database. You see that we have here some static elements, and then we have some elements that are linked to content in the database. Okay, I guess you already know this, but. And then we'll have the video. Okay, so only one item is having a top image. Okay, so for the rest of the items, this image will be invisible and won't take any space. Okay, so the video will be on the top. Okay, you'll see. Then we will have some space between the video or the image and the content. Okay, let's add this transparent. No, I think I'm missing one. This one. Let me add this image as well. Okay, it will be 20%. Then I will add the title. Okay, only one item has a title. Okay, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, the small font. And let's use the title in green and 90% in the middle. Okay, now we will add description. 90%, small and dark gray. Okay, we have title and description, you see. Now below the description, we will have some more space. This one, and let's make it 20%. And finally, we can have the bottom image. Only one item has a bottom image. Okay, so for the rest of the items, there won't be any image. Okay, so this is you see this structure. We have from the database, first top image, then the video, then title, description, and bottom image. Okay, so not all of the items have all the content. Okay, and now let's create one bar. We need one bar. We will call it navigation bar, and this is going to be the tricky bar. Okay, it's going to be really powerful because it will be a dynamic bar depending on the content of the current item or the selected item in our database. Okay, so let's open it. We'll have one cell 15%, then another cell 15%, then 70%. We will have the same green background for the whole bar. Okay, so in the middle, we will have the bar text, tiny size and white color. Okay, place in the middle. And then we are going to use middle vertical alignment for every cell. Okay. Okay, so now we have to add images. Okay, so first the back button in the first cell, and this one will have one action. It will be the go to screen main screen. Okay, and then also in this one we'll have the previous button. Okay, you see that we have both pictures. Okay, but since some items every item only has the back button or the previous button, not both of them. Okay, so we will really only have one picture on the bar. Okay, but you know the previous button will have the previous action. Okay, that will change the selected item. Okay, so if we are in step 2 and we click on this picture, the database will select the previous item. So that's step 1, right? But only if that item, if step 2 item has this picture. Okay, and here on the right side we will have the same. We will have the next, the end button that will link to another screen, and we have to create this screen. It will be final screen. Okay. And then we will have the next button. That will do a next action. Okay, this is going to change the selected item for the next item. Okay, so if we are in step 1 and step 1 has a next button, a picture pointing that field in the database, then the picture will be displayed and this picture will have the next action. So if some item doesn't have content in the next button field, then there won't be any picture. So no one will be able to click on that picture and have the next action. Okay, is that clear? Because that might be a bit tricky, but you know that it will work great. Okay, and I think we're done. Now we just have to create this last screen, the final screen. Basically, it's going to be a detailed screen. This is going to be really simple. We will have the header bar again. And we want to create something like this. Okay, one picture. Let's add some space. You know that I always use transparent images as separators. Okay, I really like them so that I can control the space. Okay, I will show you. I have this icon. Okay, you see that now if I change the size of this transparent image, I can move the icon. Okay. The thing is that you also have separators, but they are different on every device. Okay, so I prefer not to use them unless you want to add some horizontal line. Okay, so okay, let's add one text, 90% in the middle, and use congratulations in bold letters and green, small size, and dark gray. Okay, and now we'll write, now you master the art of Spanish tortilla. Okay, and then I'll have some start again button. Okay, so let's add some more space. And then I will use a table for adding two buttons. I'll do 90%. Then I'll have 45, 10, and 45. And then I'll have one text here for with tiny font. It will say repeat. Okay, in white color. Let's add some space here and another line with one space. Any font, and the background will be green. Okay, so this text will have the action go to screen. Should be main screen. Okay, because if I go back or if I use the tutorial, then it will be on the last view or the last item, and I want to start from 0. Okay, so I think I have to go to main screen. Okay, then I'll have another text as a button with tiny font, and it will be share the app. White. Okay, and green background again. Oh, or maybe you can leave the black color here. Okay, so people can see it. Okay, because we want to let people share the app. Okay, let me grab the same text as here, and I'm going to use the same text. Okay, basically it's going to be the same action. So I want to give more chances so people can share my app. Okay, that might sound not useful, but it's useful. I mean, you can sometimes increase your downloads by maybe 5% or 3%, and you know, that's quite enough. Okay, you should always have a share button so that your users, if they like your app, they will be able to share it. Okay. Well, and that's pretty much all, I think. Let me add some more space here on the back, on the bottom. Okay. And well, the last thing. In this screen, this is the final screen, the congratulations screen. So since I want to make money with this app, I'm going to launch a full screen interstitial here on this screen. Okay, because if people reach this screen, it's because they already know how to cook tortilla. Okay, they follow all the tutorial, they went through all the steps. Okay, so now they are here. They had what they wanted to have. I mean, the learning of the tortilla. So now, if I display a full screen advertisement, they will be more open to read the content of the advertisement. Okay, so maybe the advertisement attracts the user and they click on it. Okay, so I will make more money. Okay, so I'm going to use a timer on screen properties. I will use a timer, 1 millisecond, and then interstitial. Okay, so that's pretty much all. Okay, so I have 3 screens. Okay, my app will look like it has like 10 screens, but I only have 2. Okay, because the tutorial is a database screen with 1 view that should change the content. Okay, if everything works fine, then it should change the content. Okay, so let's publish the app and let's see how it works. Okay. Well, it's going to be like 4 minutes. Okay, but in the meantime, I will explain how to convert this app into a multi-language app. Okay, let's click here. Is it working? No. Let me refresh. Okay, finish and publish. No, it's not working. Well, let me go back. And go back to publish. Oh, now I cannot publish the app. Let's try with a preview. Do you know, Daniel, what's happening? Oh, element 1 text does not have text established. Okay, let's see. There was one error in navigation bar. Okay, element navigation bar. Where am I supposed to have? Oh, I don't get it. Ah, I don't understand. It says element 1 of the navigation bar does not have any text. Well, I'm creating this app for Android. You could create apps for iOS as well. Okay, you're checking. Maybe there's some invisible text. I don't know. Maybe it's because this bar is on the screen and not on the view. In the right cell. Oh, okay. Here? I'm checking the right cell, but let me try to add the bar into the view instead of the screen. Ah, it's not. Oh, anyway, I forgot to add it. No, it's here. Okay. Maybe I can create a new bar. Ah, you're fixing it? You found the bug? Maybe there's some invisible text? Okay. Just let me know when it's ready. Okay, in the meantime, I will explain how to create a multilingual app. Because if you are going to create a tutorial for making money, okay, you should make a multilingual app. Okay, if you create only the app in one language, like English, then you will have a big audience. But if you create the same app and you translate the text to Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, German, French, okay, then you will start like gaining more potential users. Okay, and also the positioning of your app will be much higher. Okay, so if you want to do that, you have well, for selecting the language, you have two options. You can create one screen for selecting the language. It should be really simple. You can use an option list, or you can use a detail screen with nice buttons. Okay, I mean, you can create a menu so that people, if they select English, they will link to this tutorial EN screen. Okay, but if you want to create the same tutorial in Spanish, for example, you can just clone this screen and call it tutorial ES. Okay, so now you edit this other screen and you have to change the filter, and then the field lang equals ES, and then you edit the database and you can add like more rows. Okay, let's add like ES for language, then step 0, top image, the same, this one. If you have different images for different language, you can use them, of course, but in my case, pictures and videos don't include any text or audio. Okay, so now I can have step 1, like patatas grandes, una cebolla dulce, sal. This is the ingredients. Okay, this is my text, my description in Spanish, and then I'll have the back button, and also for step 1 I will have next button. Okay, then the bar text will be ingredientes, and the title will be also ingredientes. Okay, so you can have these for all these steps on any language. You just make new items in the database and use the lang field. Okay, so if now I preview with my new filter, okay, you see, well, I only have one item in Spanish, but if you have the same 8 items, then you will have only the ones in Spanish in this case. Okay, so now you have these two screens. So if you create one menu, one option can link to the tutorial in English and the other one to the tutorial in Spanish. Okay, so well, that's one way to do it. But if you are some kind of HTML and JavaScript developer, or you have at least like basic knowledge of that, you can create a web screen with local content, not for displaying anything, but just for deciding. Okay, you can go to support.mobincube.com. Let's use English, and here you can use protocol. Okay, there's some information, okay, but you can link your web module with the app, okay, and get some information about the device. Okay, if you see these global variables, there's one that says language. Okay, so from your web module, you can get the language of the device. Okay, so then with JavaScript, you can decide, okay, if this device is using English, then go to tutorial in English. If this device is using Spanish, go to tutorial in Spanish. Or if it's using any other language, just go to tutorial in English. Okay, you can do that on JavaScript. Okay, we will publish some examples for that. Okay. Okay, so how's it going, Daniel? Is it fixed? Well, I can check. No. Okay, what if I create a new bar? Maybe it's faster. Let me try and see who wins. But did you find something wrong on the database? Ah, bar. Okay, let's add a table. Again, it's going to be the same as before. Another table, 15%. Now we'll have bar text in the middle, in white. I lost my green color. It's not memorized anymore. Okay. Oh, this is the color of the text. And I want the whole table with that green. Okay, again, I will add buttons. The back button with action go to screen, main screen, then previous button. I will have action previous, then next button will have action next. And the order is not really important, okay, because only once one of them will be displayed. So, and the end button will use go to screen and then final screen, okay? It's not saving the vertex element. Oh, okay, maybe it's that. Okay. So, okay, let's try here. But I don't think that will work, right? Oh, I don't really think that will work. Okay, last week we had some trouble with bars, so I guess this is still not working well. Now it froze. Well, I can remove the text maybe, and it's not that important. Maybe I can add it at the title. Okay, let's do that. Let's remove the text. Then I can remove the other bar. Not important anymore. Let's see now. Okay, now it works. Okay, so let's go back. And I will use the title for each item. Okay. Step 1 of 7. Step 2 of 7. Step 3 of 7. Step 4 of 7. Step 5. Step 6. And step 7. Okay, that should be it. Okay. Okay, let's try to publish. I'm sorry for this delay. We were not expecting this bug. It will be fixed really soon, okay? Our team is working on that. So it's going to be like 4 minutes to be published, okay? In the meantime, if you have any questions about this multi-language thing or any other thing about today's webinar, we're almost done, okay? I will wait until it's published, then I will install it in my device, and then I will show you, okay, with my webcam. Oh, we lost Exit from India. Well, he said it was too late there. Okay, so any questions? It shouldn't be long. Maybe 1 more minute or 2 more minutes, maybe. Do you have Android devices with you, or now you have to think of new tutorials, okay? Because you can create hundreds. Android, great. I know there's some people using tutorials, and they have like 30 different tutorials, okay? There are a lot of tutorials out there on internet that some of them use common, how is it called? Common something, like Wikipedia. Well, you know, the license, the common something. This one. Creative Commons, is it called? Okay, so there's content that you can use, okay, and you can create a lot of apps, okay. So, well, I guess every single app won't have like big downloads, okay, but if you create like 30 different tutorials, if you can make, I don't know, maybe $5 per app per month, then if you have 30 apps and you just take like 1 hour or 2 hours, well, in my case, the app in MobileCube took like 1 hour because I was explaining, okay, but you can create this app in maybe 30 minutes. Yes, especially if you have the first one, then you can copy the app, okay, and just change the content, okay. So you can create tutorials in half an hour. Well, maybe you take more time on getting the content. For example, for making this tortilla, this is a real tortilla that I cooked yesterday. So it took me like 5 hours to, to cook the tortilla, to record videos, then edit videos. Okay, so that's why it took 5 hours. Okay, but you can create apps with less content or with content taken from any other website if you have the rights to do that. Yeah, and then you can have 1 app per hour. So, okay, so in 1 week or 2 weeks, you can create like 20 different apps. Okay, then you will start making money every month. You can stop creating more tutorials and they will bring money. Okay, so, well, let's refresh and see if it's done. No, not yet. Well, it should be ready like really soon. Let's wait 1 more minute, okay? Can you make a game on MobileCube? Sorry, I didn't read that. Yes, you can. But the thing is that if you want to create one game, you have to be an HTML5 developer, okay? Because in MobileCube you can add your own HTML and JavaScript code. You can use web screen. Okay, so web screens are useful to display external websites, but you can also use them for adding zip files locally with HTML and JavaScript content. Okay, so you can develop games in HTML5. Okay, well, there are some tools for building games in HTML5 without coding, or there are also some websites like Envato Market. You can go to Envato and then go to Code Canyon in the second link, and here you go to HTML5 and games, and you have like 700 games. Okay, you can buy the source code for those games for only $14 or $13. Most of them are mobile ready, so you can use them on a mobile. site. So you can download all the code, you can customize the code or change icons, images, colors. Okay, then put all of that into a zip file and upload it to MobileCube. Okay, we had a webinar for that, like 1 or 2 months ago. It should be available in bigmarket.com/MobileCube. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's taking some extra time because of the videos. Oh no, now it's finished. Okay, so if you have an Android device, you can just scan the QR code. Okay, I'm going to install it in my device. Okay, and then I will show you the app with my webcam. Okay, let's see if everything works perfectly. This is the URL. Okay, let me check if I'm downloading. Okay, it might take 1 minute to download because I think it's like 70 megabytes because of the videos. Well, I'm going to check or finish this app. I will add several languages. Okay, and then I will publish it on Google Play. Okay, and I will share the link with all of you. I will add it to this webinar. Okay, as a comment for the webinar. And we will also use our Twitter account. Okay. So then you will see the final result. Okay, it's going to be basically like the one today. We will fix this thing with the bar. Okay, I'm 90% downloaded. Okay, so let me change to my webcam. I think it's this one. Okay, so I'm installing the app and let's cross fingers that everything works. Installing. Well, of course, I will change the icon. So this is the app. Let's see. Okay, I have my intro screen. So, well, I think I didn't explain, but you should always have this intro screen if you create a tutorial or for almost every app, if you are trying to make money with your app, okay, because if you use this screen, then you are letting your app to connect and talk with ad networks, okay, in order to optimize advertisement and to get advertisement, okay? So if you create this screen, you are letting the app get an advertisement. So if you, when you go or when the user goes to the next screen, maybe one advertisement is available, okay? So you see? Well, it's black because we are having some trouble today with ad networks. Oh, something's not cool. Something wrong. Something's wrong. This bar was supposed to be small on the bottom, but this is all a bar, so it's not working. Oh, sorry, can you hear me? I think something happened and I was out of the webinar for 1 minute. Okay, the thing is that this bar is not working good. Well, back button, go to screen, main screen. It seems it didn't save the image correctly because of this error that I'm getting. It's really annoying. It was supposed to be fixed, but I guess our team had some trouble. Ah, sorry, I'm not sharing the screen. Okay. So I think the bar was too big because these images lost the link to the database. Okay, so we had an invisible image that was too big. Let's go back and see if now it's saved. It seems so. Yeah, it seems so. Okay. Now it seems to have the link to the database, so I guess we'll have to publish again. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so it will be like 5 more minutes. I'm really sorry for that. Please post it on the App Store. Well, it will be available on Google Play, but I'm not sure if Apple will like this app. Maybe it's too simple for them. I'm not sure. Maybe we can try, but I think they won't like it. Maybe if I have like different tutorials in the same app, like 10 different receipts, maybe they like it. Okay, because there's more content, but you know, sometimes if your app can be done with a website, they might not like it as an app. What are you going to call your app? Maybe, I don't know, like Spanish receipts, tortilla, something like that. I will put the link to Google Play, okay, as a comment in this webinar. Well, in the meantime, well, I can show you the share button. This one should work. Let me. Well, this is the main menu. So we have on the top, we have the share button. So if I click on it, I will share it as a message. And you see, I guess you don't see it. It's a bit blurry. But on the bottom, you have the full URL. So the app changed the bundle ID that was between curly brackets. It changed with the name of the package name, okay? With the real name of my app, com.movincube.android.sc3IEDAS. So this is my Android package name, okay? Okay, so yeah, let's see. I guess I need more, like maybe 1 or 2 more minutes, and then I will show you the app. And I hope it's fixed. And I just want to ask you to be patient these weeks because we are making big changes on MovingCube in order to improve a lot. Okay, but while our technical team is releasing some changes, it seems like some things are not working properly. So please be patient, and soon, MovingQ will work really good, faster, and more stable. Okay, now we are aware that sometimes bad things happen, like today with the bars. Okay, let's refresh and see. Um, I like the structure of this app today though, because yeah, as I told you, we had the Spanish webinar 3 hours ago, and I had to improvise the structure. I wanted to make it simple, but not to be tricky with the bars and the different buttons. But at the end, I created a lot of screens. So with the solution in this English webinar, we only use one database screen for all these steps. So it's kind of cool. Let's see, let's refresh. Shouldn't be long. Okay, now it's ready. You can use the same URL as before. I'm going to download it again. And let's cross fingers. Okay, let's wait one. I'm downloading already. 10%. Well, it's a big file, so it might take 1 minute. 20%, 25. Oh, it's faster. 30. Almost there. Okay, so it's downloaded. I'm going to install it. And let's see if we fixed it. And if not, then we will until our team fixes that bug. Okay. It says installing. Open. Okay, let's start. And bummer. So it's not working. We had some bug with the bar with MovingQ today. Okay, so well, there's another solution. I could, instead of using a bar, maybe I could place it on the top, something like a shortcut. For example, I could go to tutorial, and here maybe I can add a table. Let me remove the navigation bar. Okay, and I can take this table to the top. No, I cannot even move it. Well, basically it's going to be the same. Okay, but instead of as a bar, it will be on the top. Okay. Small, tiny, white, and the bar is going to be, we can use a different color, maybe gray. Okay, and let's see if I can move the bar to the top. Okay, so it will be on the header, not as a bar. It will scroll, but it can be good as well. And then back button, go to screen, main screen, then the previous button. I think that it will work because the problem, I think it's on the bars. Okay, then let's put this on the middle, and finally the end button will go to screen final, and then next button will use the next action. Okay, I think this should work. I'm going to republish. I know it's late, so maybe you're tired. I really appreciate your patience. So again, 4 more minutes. So do you have any questions in the meantime? Who knows what a jailbreak is? Well, a jailbreak is like when, you know, you have your iPhone and you can only install apps that come from the App Store because you can use like the standard functionality of your device. So a jailbreak is when you add some advanced app that breaks like limitations on your device. So then you can use the root of your device, because iPhones are, I think they are like Unix systems, or they have a Unix operating system on the backend, and well, Android too. So a jailbreak is something that grants access to that root. Okay, so you can control your device. I never tried. I mean, I don't like to take risks. Okay. I thought you were asking because you didn't know, but it seems you know what what is that. So, well, I'll try this one more time, and if it's not working, then I will wait until our technical team fixes it. Your wall with us. Yeah, I'm sharing my wall because I love my wall. I was kidding. Yeah, I mean risk in terms of, I'm not sure, but maybe you can lose your warranty of your device. I don't know. I just don't like to jailbreak. Okay, let me uninstall the previous version. Okay, Daniel has to leave. So thank you, Daniel, for being here. I know it's too late there in Spain.